There's an old Greek proverb that says, elderly men are planting trees and people come past them and say, why would you plant trees when at your age you're never going to sit under the shade of these trees? And they say, well, if I don't do it or we don't do it, who will? And then people say, well, who are you doing it for? And they reply, for everybody's children's children. Well, Thames River Wetlands is just on the edge of Woodstock, Ontario, and it is on a 260-acre site owned by the County of Oxford, and it is part of the Thames River watershed that flows into Lake St. Clair. After the land was cleared for farming years ago, was actually used mostly for grazing cattle, horses, sheep, goats. And so for about 30 years or so, the whole floodplain is kind of sat in limbo. And a lot of the grasses that were planted for good pasture land actually became quite invasive and wouldn't allow other plants to grow so much. So what we discovered was an opportunity to go in and kind of speed up the evolutionary process and put in the wetlands, open up some of the land to add more diversity of trees, shrubs, and grasses. So be a little bit more of a collection of habitats. It'll become much more diverse. In this part of the built-up Ontario, to be in a spot on the river, you can look east and west for as far as you can, and it's all grasslands and trees, and I can picture what that will look like 20, 30, 100 years from now. And it feels like what it might have been somewhat like in the past. Conservation matters because it's part of everything. It's part of the formula of successful life. We need good education, good homes, safe environment to live in, good jobs, great transportation, good health care, and conservation is part of all of those things, and all of those things are part of conservation. Everybody's contribution adds up, and when enough people are doing their part, great change occurs, something that benefits everybody.